did this while I was gone.
I'm like,
no.
And these smaller guys tend to have more of a scent.
I'm smelling that,
it.
yeah.
And they haven't been in there that long.
oh, poor, she was before Pepper.
Make your day wonderful. Do it God's way. Ooh, yeah. Make it beautiful. Come on now. Ooh, bringing hope to your world every day.
Well, it's raining cats and dogs on the program today. Literally, they make us smile, warm our hearts, protect us, and give us a love that's unconditional. So today, it's all about our furry, feathered, finned, fun-loving members of our family, our pets. From grooming, training, and proper diet to finding the right pet for you, every animal lover is going to learn a thing or two. We've got lots of guests, even more furry friends, and the man whose love for animal is making it all possible. Take a look.
We're here today at the Primate Rescue Center. I have April Truitt with me. Hello.
Hi, Jeff.
Thanks for talking with me today.
Sure thing.
We have actually a couple birds in here today.
Shelby's a total sweetheart. She is a terrier mix.
Yeah.
And she's 4 years old.
Well, she's kind of like me. She's low to the ground.
Pets,
Yeah, they
wonderful
really are.
pets. And we're excited to be here to show these guys today.
Well, the pet guy himself is here, so put those hands together and let's give a warm welcome to Jeff Seidenfaden, everyone. Yay! How are you?
How are you?
All right. Okay, so now tell us, what are we going to be talking about today and what are we going to get involved in? You're passionate about pets, right?
That's right. We're going to talk a lot about pets, about how to select the right pet for you if you're thinking
Okay.
about getting one, how to take care of them when you do select the right pet,
Right.
and keep them happy and healthy.
Okay, and so what do you have pet-wise?
I have 2 dogs right now.
2 dogs.
2 dogs, both rescues, came
Okay.
from animal shelters. They are shepherd mixes, great little dogs.
Okay, and I know that for those of you watching, so many of you will, this is funny, but we have a prayer line and people will call, and of course prayer request, people call in prayer for their pets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know, the Lord, He loves our pets.
Absolutely.
He created them, right?
Yep.
So, well, there is something special about the bond between a rescued animal and their owner. You all know my dear friend Sam McNeil. Well, her and her cat have such a bond. Let's welcome them both to the program. Mr. Joey, yay! So now, Joey is, come here, Joey. Joey, come here. Joey, I think Sam feeds him very well.
So,
But he's a rescued animal. And
Wonderful.
how many animals are available out there that need a home?
you know, there it is estimated between 6 and 8 million dogs and cats end up in shelters every year in America. So there are so many animals that need homes, and Joey's a great example of how good of a pet you can adopt from a shelter.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about how you, or how we found Joey.
Yeah, you notice she tried to back out of that, but it was actually when we did a program on rescuing animals, and it was with a lady named Donna and Forever Friends. And
You like that
so-
name, Jeff?
That's a great
Forever
name.
Friends.
Yeah, and so we went to her where she has the animals, and then we were looking around, and I actually wanted a black and white kitty that was a female. So Joni saw one of those huddling in the corner, was very sick, so rescued him, and then she talked me into this little guy. I didn't want a male cat, but
Male cats are so
they are. They're
sweet.
much more friendly. I was really glad that we got
Yeah.
him. And the thing that sold me on him was when they were actually in front of the sliding glass door, and Joey actually had his paw on Spanky's back like that. And I said, they're friends. They have to go
Yes.
together.
So now you've had
So-
Spanky and Joey, who were
For almost-
rescued.
Yes, almost 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, you said, that's great. You said
Yeah.
a very important thing there. You know, 2 is always better than 1.
Yes.
Keep each
Yes.
other happy and keep each other.
And Joey, right now, I think he wants Spanky.
I think he does. He
He's a
wants to
little
know where he
nervous.
is.
Well, we're also here with Hannah Wilhite. She's the daughter of our very own Senior VP of Affiliate Relations, Steve Wilhite, and their very special pet, a soon conure bird. And his name is Maui. Will you make Maui welcome? Hey, Miss Hannah. How are you?
how are you?
Okay, now birds, I love birds, and so can they make really good pets?
You know, they can. I had a parrot for about 20 years that was just a wonderful pet. And a lot of people don't realize, you're seeing it right here, they love people. They're a very intelligent animal.
Yes, yes.
Highly intelligent, can easily be trained, and really do like to warm up to somebody.
So tell us a little bit about Maui. Hannah, I mean, how does Maui interact with you guys? Does she love you the best, or does she love your dad the best? That's what I want to know.
It's probably mixed up between my dad and my mom.
Okay.
He's really fun, and you can pick him up and put him on your shoulder and go pretty much anywhere.
And so does he talk, or can you get him to talk?
Well, he is still, young, but he says hello every now and then.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So now, do you have to be careful with birds, right?
You do.
So they're not like dogs that you can pet
Well,
necessarily.
It
really.
depends. With any animal, anything that has a mouth can bite.
Yeah.
So with any animal, you should always ask first before you reach over. But Maui was bred in captivity, was hand raised, so is very friendly. And really, if you're looking for a pet bird, that's what you should look for. But again, they're not for everybody, so you should talk to your family. If your child wants a bird, be sure to look for one that is going to have a calm disposition. A sun conure, which is what he is very...
Is that kind of like a parrot? I mean, he kind of looks like a parrot.
It is a parrot.
Okay.
They're the terrier of birds, is what I say. They're very mischievous. They like to play quite a bit.
So can I pet him, or so will he not bite me? Look, he's moving away. So, who would be a good candidate to have a bird for a pet? I mean, is this good for kids, or is a bird too delicate for kids? What do you think?
An older kid would
Yeah.
be good. Definitely someone that has some time to spend with them. Birds that get bored can pluck their feathers. They have a lot of different scenarios. They can get loud. A sun conure can be a very loud bird, and they're going to demand some attention. They're going to tell you if you're not giving them enough. So if you have time to spend with them, if you understand that they're a different type of creature, and let them warm up to you, don't force yourself on them.
Well, Maui is beautiful. You know, a bird may not be your pick. Maybe a dog or a cat is the best fit for your home, or maybe it's a fish. But whatever new family member you choose, you have to make sure it's the right one for you. And so how do we find out what is the right pet for us? Because then we've got these two here, and you talked about the mice, the rats. I mean, I know you ladies are going, no way, I am not going to have a mouse or a rat. But what do you say,
Well, I'll tell
Jeff?
you what, these are mice that we have here in the studio, and a lot of kids, especially as they're growing up, want to have some type of a pet. If you don't have the time commitment that you can give to a dog,
Right.
and the commitment for training and everything else that comes with it, small animals can be great pets. Some things to consider. I usually opt for a mouse or a rat.
Okay.
And again, that makes people freak out. A hamster or gerbil, let's go with one of them. They don't have the notion behind them as rats and mice. But very rarely do I ever hear of mice and rats that bite kids.
Oh, really?
And since hamsters and gerbils both are nocturnal animals, they sometimes startle them when they go to get them out and can be bitten.
Okay.
The difference between the two, obviously a rat is quite a bit bigger, but if you can imagine, these smaller guys tend to have more of a scent. So I usually opt for a rat.
Yeah,
If you're
I'm smelling
smelling
that,
it.
yeah.
And they haven't been in here that long.
A little bit of a scent.
That's right.
But they make good pets for animals.
They do.
For children.
As
They
an
make
animal,
good
they
pets.
make good pets.
Yes, as an animal, they make good pets. Okay.
And they're fairly hardy. They minimal care as far as you don't really need to take them to the veterinarian. Make sure that they have plenty of fresh water. They eat pelleted food.
Okay, so that's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Keep their cage clean.
Keep it clean.
They're going to let
'Cause
you
if
know when it's
not-
not. You're going to smell
Yes,
it.
yes.
Any of the small animals are good starter pets for somebody
Yeah.
that may have kids and they want them to start to learn some responsibility.
Right.
Animals are never a good way to teach responsibility, though, and I always want to say that. So make sure that it's a responsibility that you want to take on as a parent
Right.
if you're looking for a pet for your child. But guinea pigs, again, rats, mice,
Fish.
fish are great.
And so we have a...
We have a male beta here.
I
and
love betas. They're so beautiful, but
They
you
are.
can't have two male betas together,
That's
right?
correct. That's correct, and that's a commonly asked question. Is they're so beautiful. I'd love to have a fish tank full of them, but you often see male betas in small bowls, just by themselves, and they're probably one of the best types of fish that you can put in a goldfish bowl. It's so funny that they call them goldfish bowls. Goldfish put off so much waste that they don't live well in goldfish bowls.
Wow.
So if you have a small area, if you want to keep a fish on your desk or a fish on a counter, I'd
This would
recommend
be
going
the
with
best.
beta. Absolutely.
Okay, and are they happy? I mean, because I always think
Yes.
the little guy's alone in there, but he likes it?
Absolutely. They originate in rice paddies. So, you know, not areas where they have a lot of area to swim. They don't come from big bodies of water. So
Okay.
they do very well in these environments.
All right.
If
Can
you
you-
try,
I don't know if we need to move it out in the light a little bit, but there you can see the beautiful betta fish. The one we used to have one of those too. Okay, but it was the beautiful red color.
right,
You know,
variety of
yeah,
colors. They come in
different
reds,
colors,
blues,
yeah.
lavenders, almost pastels. You can actually put a male and a female together if you have a big enough aquarium. So
Okay.
there's always the notion that you can't have two together. Just have to have the right size, and don't ever put two males together.
Don't put two males together. Well, you know, grooming is so important when it comes to caring for a pet, not just for their health, but for their overall well-being. And this is something I care about too. So here to help us learn about how to keep our pets smelling nice and looking shiny is none other than Pepper Lamb is here today. Hi! Come here, buddy. Come here. All right.
Hey, Pepper.
Now tell me if I'm doing a good job with Mr. Pepper here. He is a half a Shih Tzu and a half a little brown dog down the street.
Wonderful, wonderful. My favorite. One of a kinds are always worth more.
Yes, yes. So anyway, he has to be groomed. He has the coat similar to a Shih Tzu.
Right.
He doesn't shed.
Isn't that wonderful?
He doesn't smell. See how good he
Yep,
smells?
yep.
So he has been great for us. So talk a little bit about grooming, and because a lot of people don't realize that their pets need to be groomed.
Absolutely. You should always, when you adopt a pet, get the proper tools when you adopt. So be sure and get the appropriate type of brush. Longer hair coats, usually a slicker brush or some type of a wire brush.
Let's
Shorter
walk
hair.
over here, Jeff, because I think they've got
Okay.
some grooming tools, and we'll
Yep.
walk Mr. Pepper over here, everybody to see. Mr. Pepper, look.
That's right. So something like the slicker brush here, I have it in the package, which is great to help keep from getting mats. It looks kind of harsh, but it actually, as you brush them, it helps for them to secrete oils. It helps the hair follicles,
Okay.
keeps them healthy. Also, especially around the ears, because the first place somebody goes when they pet a dog is right to the ears.
Right.
So you tend to get mats back here.
Right.
So you always want to take care of brushing their ears. As far as other types of grooming, nail clippers. And it's
He's very sensitive too on the
Is
nail.
he?
Yes.
Yep. A lot of dogs are.
And they have a good memory. There was the one lady who groomed him, and she cut him a little too short.
Right.
And so now he's sensitive every time. So we have to be very, very careful with that.
Now, what I recommend is when you first get a dog, go ahead and start. Let them warm up to the nail trimmers. Do it, even if you don't clip, hold their toes and act like you're clipping the nails, and then do it once a week. Just take the tips off.
The very tips.
The very
do you do
tips.
this on all dogs?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, because I know.
That way you can get them used to it, and that way you're not going to have that scenario when you go to the groomer.
Right. Look at Mr. Pepper on
Such a
television.
pretty dog.
Isn't he doing good?
You know, again,
Isn't
a
he
mixed
the most
breed.
beautiful dog you've ever seen in your life? Everybody goes,
That was
no.
a good answer. He is. Look at that face.
Yeah.
And then also grooming. You can tell that you do take him to the groomer to have him trimmed.
Yes.
And that's something else with longer hair breeds. Make sure to get a good relationship with a good groomer.
Yes.
Someone that you
yes.
trust.
And so, like poodles and because he's half Shih Tzu and some of these others, they really do require a lot of care. Because if you've ever seen
Absolutely.
one who hasn't been taken care of,
It's awful.
Oh, it's terrible.
And especially if you visit shelters, when animals are confiscated or turned in stray, you see a lot of those conditions. So it's great to see an animal that's well taken care of. One other thing when we talk about grooming, we say that it's something that you should definitely do, but don't overbathe. You can really dry their skin out. Always use a pet grade shampoo. They're pH balanced for dogs, which is the
Right.
opposite as for people.
Because a lot of people use their own shampoo, and we shouldn't do that.
You should never do that. You're going to
Okay.
create dandruff, dry skin, and more shedding.
Okay.
And a rule of thumb, the more you bathe, the more they're going to shed. So
Now,
cut back on the baths.
how often should you bathe? Say, like a small dog who's living in the house like
A
this.
small dog like this, maybe once a month.
Okay,
As long as you're brushing and you're going to the groomer, you really don't need to bathe much at home.
right. We go like every 3 to 4 weeks.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's good. Now, this is something I'm not as good on, and I need Jeff to help me on this.
Absolutely.
So, a dental kit, is this for should you do this for cats
This
and
is
dogs?
for dogs and cats. Yes.
Pepper, let me see your
Let's
teeth
see,
here.
how are those
Let's see.
teeth? Let's see.
look and see.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't? To someone?
The groomer does.
Okay.
Okay, but should I do it like every day or?
You should, or a couple times a week is okay.
Okay.
Not as often as we do,
Okay.
but be sure again to use pet grade toothpaste when you do it. Dogs can't spit. So this is something that they can swallow.
Okay.
So
I
there
didn't
is-
think about that.
Absolutely, you don't want to use your own toothpaste on them. Also comes with a fingertip toothbrush. Most of them do, which is often easier for cats than trying to get a toothbrush in there.
Okay.
But most of them like it. It's usually some type of a chicken taste or something that dogs like, so they think that it's a treat. Let them taste it off of your finger and then go into brushing.
Well, you've been so good today. Maybe we should just let
Oh,
you
there we go.
have this little bone here. Is this good to let them have these as well?
It is, again,
Okay.
something that's going to help the teeth.
You want that?
I
Want
love
a
it.
toy? Yeah. Okay.
Nylon bones are great, something again that they can chew on. It's going to help break the plaque off, and something that they don't ingest a lot. That's not going to be something that's going to
He's
put on
ready
weight.
to go find a corner now. Do you see him? He's getting-
Where can I bury this?
Well, you know, what is the right pet for you? After the break, we're going to have some more tips from Jeff. We're going to have some more cute pets and more reasons to save one today. So stay right where you are. We'll be right back. Now, Pepper, can you sing for everybody? Can you go, beep-boo? Come on. Beep-boo, beep-boo, beep-boo. Do a big one. Okay.
Ignite your faith and experience the Bible like never before. On location in the nation of Israel. Come and be a part of this special journey as you walk through history, even following the very footsteps of Jesus. Don't miss the wonder of David's city, Jerusalem. Walk in the Garden of Gethsemane, pray at the Western Wall, and much, much more. So call the number on your screen or visit Daystar.com and register today and ignite your faith.
Well, do the words housebroken mean anything to you? They certainly do to me. Well, if you have a new pet, especially a puppy, then house training is very important, unless you want stained carpets and chewed furniture. So Jeff, the pet guy, is here with a little help for Kendra Kelly Dean, one of the Daystar singers, also guest coordinator for the Joni show with her new baby, Dirk. So Jeff, are you ready to give Kendra some training tips? I want everybody welcome Dirk to the program. See how cute he is? Look how cute. He's so cute.
He is adorable. First of all, you've done a great job already.
Thank you.
What a great personality. And for being a puppy, he's so warm with all of the people around. He does a great job. But with puppies come a lot of things that I'm sure you're experiencing right now.
Oh, yes.
And
We have learned a lot already.
Do you have a few stains? We have some stain remover for you
Yes.
today.
yes.
Yes. I have this in 2 gallons. at
Excellent,
home.
excellent.
Yes, and they also told me to buy a black light,
Right.
which I don't recommend to really do.
No, that makes you sad when you turn on the black light after you have a new
Very
puppy.
disappointing. Yes.
You're like, I didn't know you did this while I was gone.
I'm like, no.
Exactly.
No.
They sell a lot more product that way. But as far as the thing to start with, you said you're using a training crate.
Yes.
That is so good. The difference between training and breaking, I think, is very important. When you train, you're actually using the dog's own skills of reasoning, if you can say that they have, which I think that they do, they can learn, is for them to understand the difference between good and bad and right and wrong. Dogs are pack animals and denning animals, which means they like small enclosed places. So a training crate is actually good for them. It makes them feel more secure. Some people feel very badly about putting their dog in a cage. It's not. In nature, a dog would den. So it's a good thing. Also, it slowly welcomes them into the home. So it gives them an area that's their bedroom, their room to protect and take care of. So dogs don't want to soil their area. So you always start with a training crate
Yes.
that is adequate size, not too big, or they can go to the bathroom on one side and lay on the other.
Okay.
And that's gonna, as they get old enough to where they can hold it, usually 10 or 12 weeks, they'll start to.
Okay.
And so that's an important point, that they don't soil their area,
Right,
but
and
they soil our area.
They don't
You
view your
notice
home
that?
as their area yet.
That's right.
So-
Area.
But I told you we did this with Pepper probably for the first year,
Mm-hmm.
and then as he got older and got trained, then we allowed him to stay out. Now, if we
Yep.
leave the house
For an extended
because
period.
you know, he can get into things. He hears me talking about him over there. Then we still use the crate. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's their bedroom. So that's the way that I look at it is, if you're going to be gone for an extended period, go ahead and put them back in there. If you're just out in the yard or you're going to make a quick trip and come right back, they're probably okay once they're trained. But again, you slowly take them from that crate. You always pick them up, take them outside, let them go to the bathroom. If they don't go, bring them back in, put them back in the crate for a short period, and then take them back out until they do go. So let them gradually accept your home as theirs.
Now we do it at night, but is it okay to do it during the day when we're at work?
It is, yes.
It is.
When you can't be right there with her. Again, if you're not, you're training her that there's or him, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
him, that there's a place that, he's going to be upset with me, that there's a...
He's so cute, it's hard to,
He is. But if you just leave him in a kitchen or a bathroom or somewhere, then there's going to be a place where he can go and he thinks it's okay. So start using the crate, maybe try to get home at lunch or get someone to go over and let him out maybe at a midpoint throughout the day.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but he was named after a certain famous basketball player named Dirk
Really?
Nowitzki.
Okay.
So that's where
There
the
we
name came
go,
from?
got a fan.
That's where it
Yeah,
came from. I got
yeah.
the breed I wanted, so my husband Dusty
the
got,
name.
the
Got
name
the
from
name.
it.
Perfect.
That's right, that's right.
It's all about compromise. Also, puppy teething bone. This is something that should always be in the training crate with your puppy. I like the gummy bones, nylon, but they're gummy. You can put them in the freezer like a baby's pacifier. Helps them with their teething, gives them something appropriate to chew on. They don't chew to be destructive, they chew because they're teething, and they chew because they get bored. Also, a puppy toy that has things that they can chew on, that tickles the roof of their mouth, that's what
Right.
satisfies their chewing need.
Oh.
And don't get something that's, indestructible. If they can't chew it up, they're not going to like it. So get something that they can play with, take it away, throw it out when it gets, to where it can be dangerous, when they
I'm
chop
glad
too
you
many
told me
pieces.
that because Pepper destroys everything, and I'm like, this is your toy, so they're supposed to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here.
If you had great teeth like
it's
they
your
do,
little
you would
gift
too.
from the Joni Show, just for you, Dirk. So, all right. Well, there is more to caring for older pets than young ones. Add into the mix a hectic traveling schedule, and you can find yourself very stressed about your pet's well-being. So we have a very special traveler with us. Sasha is here. She is the sweet pet of our VP of Programming, Janice Smith, and they just moved from Denver, Colorado. So Jeff, let's walk over and everyone welcome Sasha to the program. Hey, Sasha. Hey.
What a sweetheart.
Now, Rebecca, my daughter's here with Sasha because you know and love Sasha, right?
Oh, of course, she was before Pepper.
Sasha's one of the sweetest dogs. Now, she is almost 11 years
That's
of age.
right.
She just made a long trip from Colorado. She did remarkably well. But
That's what I hear. She slept almost the whole way.
She did. What are some of the problems that you have with caring, or not problems, or what are some of the challenges you have in caring for an older pet?
Some of the things that you should be aware of, number one, once they get up to, really depending on the breed, but over 7 or 8 years of age, you should take them into your veterinarian and start talking about geriatric care. So what are the things that you want to look for? At what point with the breed that you have should you start looking at things and having tests run to make sure that they're healthy? For a breed that has these great ears that are so floppy like this, you want to make sure that you get in there and get the ears taken care of. You want to watch their eyes and see if you have any type of discharge. Also, you want to watch the teeth. If we've done what we talked about earlier and brushed their teeth or had regular
Yes.
care, then you're probably not going to have any issues at this point. But this is around the age when we start seeing real bad gum disease. And that's what actually can be fairly damaging to a dog, is a lot enters the bloodstream from the gums. So be sure to keep their teeth happy and healthy.
So I know one of the things that Sasha has a few issues with as she's gotten older are hip.
Yes.
And that's what you're talking about. So pets are just like us.
They are.
Things start to wear out,
They
right?
are. And a couple things too. You should look at changing the food, going on to a senior diet, something that's going to be a little less in protein, a little less in fat, so that we
You
don't
think
put on
Sasha
weight.
could lose
She
a few
might
pounds,
lose
maybe
just a little.
here
She's
or there.
But the more weight, the more trauma to the hips if they're starting to have that later in
yes,
life.
that's
So
true.
we would probably want to get her down just a little bit underweight, maybe a few fewer treats. And if not a senior diet, then we'd want to look at a senior diet.
I happen to know that Sasha enjoys eating very much. She has been known to open cabinets and to dig through the food and get into food. So they've had to actually lock the pantry because she's very smart.
key locks.
She's very smart.
Well, if you just look at her face, she's a great dog. She apparently has some hound in there, and with a hound nose, we're going to
Yeah.
look for food.
So, Well, you know, a lot goes into caring for your pet. The right food, the right bed, the right toys, the right this and that. It seems overwhelming at first, but with some simple health tips, you and your pet will have a long, happy, healthy life together. So let's welcome my producer, Karen Thompson, and her pug, Marzipan, to the show and talk about health with Jeff. Marzipan! Is this not the cutest little thing you have? Now, will she sit up here or? She is so attached to Karen. I want you to look. I mean, she's just like, this is her
attached.
baby. This is her baby.
Marzipan, you have to turn around. and say
Marzipan,
hi.
you have to let everybody see how pretty you are. Come here, come here. She's like, no, please, no. Okay.
It's okay.
So Marzipan is a,
Marzipan is a pug.
okay. Well, can you at least pick her and turn her up and let everybody see her cute
Look
little
at that
face?
face.
There she is, look.
Oh,
Turn
She's
around,
in
yeah.
love with Karen. She is in love with
no.
Karen.
She's not in love with the camera.
No. She's a producer. They're behind the scenes. They're not in front of the camera, Jeff. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
She is so nervous. Bless her little heart.
Okay, so tell us about some of the health tips for people in taking care of their pets. I mean, it's so important that they get their shots. Is that one of the important things?
It is, absolutely. You want to go in, and one of the strongest things I can recommend is having a good relationship with your veterinarian. If you're not comfortable with the vet you have, maybe go find another one. Really develop a good relationship so that they can tell you what things to look for. And when you go in for your office visits, they're going to do things like look at their gums. They're going to look at their weight, and they're going to tell you sometimes the hard things to hear. And they're going to, check, especially with a breed like a pug, for upper respiratory, for things that that could develop. What I've really noticed about the pets that we've had in here today is they're very well cared for, especially, ones that have a little bit of age on them. Some things to look for is if you start to see as your pet gets older, or even just an adult pet during the summertime, hot spots, allergies, they can be prone to a lot of different things. It can be food related, it can be environmental. One of the things that we didn't talk about is pest infestations, so fleas and ticks. We want to make sure to have them on good preventions. There are great preventions that also take care of mosquitoes, since you can get Lyme disease and different problems from mosquitoes. Finally getting a shot of that face.
Pepper thinks that he's the lead. Have you heard him throughout the program? He has
still
barked.
here.
He's barked. It's like, I'm still over here, Mom. I hear your voice. You're petting another dog. Hello. Well, stay with us. They are not lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, but there are a lot of cute and loving animals, and they are members of our families. Stay with us. More after the break. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Go to our website and learn more about all of the wonderful programs Jeff is involved with, and then reach out and find the perfect pet for your home. And you can actually rescue one of those beautiful animals. Until next time, bye-bye for today. From here at Daystar, all the pets say goodbye.
This has been a Daystar television production.